Alright, so how I'm prepping for the winter update, the Home Sweet Home update. And this is personally, for me, how I'm prepping. I already have lots of stores of most materials, but I have a little bit of a checklist, starting with spamming these expeditions. Now, for these, you mainly want to do it for the large palsols or the giant palsols. You have the cavern mushrooms for some of the medicines as well. Then we also have some of the meats, like the Mamarus meat, the Musarina meat, a couple of those that you may not want to farm or breed and butcher for. And then we also have dog coins, mainly some ivy fruits, and then the awakening star fruits as well, so you can farm up quite a bit to condense the new pals. And also with the new pals, you can also get some of the spheres, like the exotic spheres from the expedition station as well. So just spamming those for whatever material really that you want to stock up on. Then I'm also farming the +2 rings, whistles, pendants, all these accessories here. You got the resistance rings, can be quite nice to farm from all the alpha pals while you can, just breed and butcher or catching those. Then you also have all the others from like fishing and salvaging and stuff like that, enemy bases, all the element whistles, everything like that really. And then also farming, speaking of those bells, you got the XP bells, also farming the XP food. So the bells you get from fishing and salvaging, fishing ponds in the base. You got the XP food from the glopies, the seafood salad as well. Farming a bit of that, and then maybe farming a bunch of training crystals. And that's mainly just for these new pals. So the training crystals, you can farm them from like the hard mode tower bosses or the raids. I'll probably just farm a bunch of ivy fruits and training crystals from Rio Ultra, my preferred raid for farming these. But then just varying the raids is also more fun. So maybe throw in some Xenolords, throw in some Xenolord Ultras, everything like that, and get a nice stack of training crystals. Not expecting a whole lot of new pals. Maybe we'll get some, or you may want to rebreed something. So just getting a nice stack of these is always nice. And then just whatever your preferred weapon is now when we're transitioning into the next update here in the winter update. You might want to have like a bunch of missiles if you like that one. Plasma cartridges, whatever ammo you want to have. And then also just farming a bunch of hallowed bars for me personally. Breed and butchering these slimes, the rainbow slimes. Just get a ton of hallowed bars for repairing the Terra Prisma. Should be quite good as well. And then just a couple of random items like the Homeward Thundercloud could be good to have as well. Making sure that you have your guild chest set up with all the production goods, like everything that you might need to build a new base, or if you're making a new base, like you throw in some pal fluids, some organs for kitchens and stuff like that, like cement might need to stock up on that. So just everything you need to build a new base is what I like to keep in my guild chest, so getting that sorted up before the next update is always nice. Then we have a bunch of skill fruit farming as well, so you probably want at least 20 of each skill fruit, because you may want some if they rebalance something. Might rebalance like Rocklands, Dragon Meteor, buff some of the older skill fruits. So I'd say just at least 20 of every skill fruit is fine. And then just keep on going, because you might as well. Why not, really? Farming up some of the buffs as well. Covered a bit before with the Expedition Station, but we do have these like Mamorist food buffs, the defense food buff, the attack food buff, and the health potions, revive potions, everything like that. Just getting a nice stack of that, but not too much, because we might get more like newer, better items for that as well. And that is true for pretty much everything in this video. But then we do have the cakes as well. So just cakes, honey, just food in general, like maybe getting a nice stack of 9,999 salad or minestrone for every base. Having some honey, because you might not want the bees up, just everything for cakes. But same thing there, we'll see. Maybe there's some new cakes or whatever. So don't go too crazy on that either. Then we have getting Yakumo up and ready. Like, I'm good with these. I don't know. You should probably rebreed if you have them like mine for the like 1-2 rainbow passive setup only. If you don't have that setup, you could do that. But I'll keep these around for now. And if Yakumo becomes more relevant in the future, I'll do a rebreeding project. Maybe store it in the global PAL box as well. Farming some battle tickets might be nice. They could change the arena so you get more battle tickets or something, but it could be good to have a stack if they put some new legendary items, some new skill fruits, whatever. And the arena is pretty fun to just farm anyway, so I don't really care if they might buff it or nerf it either way. I'll just do it now for fun, something to do in the last week of Tides of Terraria. Then just sorting your PAL box and dimensional box is always good. Get that sorted out. Don't want to spend time condensing and butchering when the new update drops. So that's just something nice to have on the checklist. As well as maxing Lift Monk catch bonuses in the statue if you haven't done that already. Just collecting some Lift Monks probably at night on a flying mount like Jet Dragon is best. Farming gold as well. Might as well. I'm just crafting and selling legendary spheres, but you could hold off as well. Because it seems to be a base oriented update, so I don't really know if we're gonna get like better auto queue stuff, maybe queuing up cement, larger queue stacks, whatever. So maybe not going too crazy on this. On this part of the list, we're gonna look at the stuff that I'm personally not gonna farm that much of, but you might want to. So this is the uncertainty part of the video. We also have the peaches. You could farm the enemy bases for peaches, get some applied books, everything like that, get some ivy fruits from that as well. But this is one of those things where usually they make stuff easier to acquire with each update, so you might get like a peach tree or a way to farm peaches passively. So I'm not going to go too crazy on peaches until we know that, but you might as well do that. Same thing with applied technique books, they might get easier and easier to get, so I might farm a couple just in case there's some new fun pals, and then settle for that and see if they become easier to farm. And that's a little bit with my usual tip, is always to uproot my bases, get them ready to move. But at the same time, I don't want to process like millions of ore and stone into like cement and pal metal and stuff if we get some sort of base automation system in the new update. So it's a little bit iffy. I'll probably get ready to move just a couple of bases if we get anything new exciting. But not going to go too crazy on it because it might be very easy to process ore and stuff. But we don't know yet what we're getting there. Then just shutting down all breeding projects really. Just sort of these hallowed barns, butchering, maybe breed and butchering some alphas for the +2 rings, the resistance rings. But overall I'm not doing any breeding projects right now. Unless I think of something real spicy that I have to do this last week. Just because you never know if they rebalance some elemental passives, they might add some new rainbow passives, just something like that. And then you could also farm Corallum, but that's also something I'm skipping. We never know with that as well. They might buff the fishing ponds for Corallum, we might get a mining site for Corallum, so I'm skipping that as well. But that's it for this video, so thanks for watching.